Hi, my name's Joanne, and I'm a tutor here at Wyzant. And a student asked a question: what is the next whole number after 1223 base 4? And I wanted to answer this question by first explaining a little bit about the numbering system. The one we're familiar with is base 10. And in base 10, each location here, each place value, we can have the numbers 0 through 9 in. And what I mean by that is if I were counting and I had counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I get to the number 9 in this ones place, the next number that I would have is 10. Well, I don't write the number 10 down. What I do is, okay, once I have 9 and I get to a 10, I'm going to package that up. I'm going to not say 9 anymore. I'm going to put a 1 in the 10 spot, and the 9 becomes a 0. So the available numbers for any spot base 10 are the numbers 0 through 9. Once we get to the number 9, we're going to be changing that. Like if I had 90 here, 99 here actually, and I was going to be adding 1 to make it 100, these 9s become 0, and I put a 1 in the next place value to the left, and that indicates that's 100. So I would have 100 after 99. So base 4, the available numbers that you have are 0 through 4, or 0 through 3, sorry. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So in base 4, in every location that I'm in, so I'm in this first spot right over here, in what we would consider the one spot in base 10, it's right here in the first location, I am able to have the numbers 0 through 3. When I get to the number 3, I have to go back to 0, but I need to add 1 to the next location. So in here, I have 0, 2, 2, 3. I want to increase the 3 by 1. Well, I can't have a 4. I would make it a 0, and that means I have to carry the 1, so to speak, and add 1 to the 2. So 2 plus 1 would equal 3, and then these other two numbers would remain the same. So if you're counting up in base 4, every time you get to the number 3 in one of your locations, you then make that number 0, and you add 1 to the location to your left. And if you wanted to know what this number actually was, if you were looking at this and you want to know what the value of this is, the way that you figure out what this number actually is you take the number you have in your place, which is 3, and you multiply it by kind of the weight of that place. And for the first location, it would be 3 times 4 to the 0, and 4 to the 0 is 1. So it would be 3 times 1. That would be a value of 3. In the second location, it's 2 times 4 to the first, which is 4. It's 2 times 4, so I would add 8 to this. In this location, I would do 2 times 4 squared, or 2 times 16, which is 32. And then finally, in the farthest left location, I have 1 times 64, and so I would add those together. So 4, and let's see, 10, that's 17, 10, 17, that's 97, or wait, 107, okay? So I would expect that if I had changed this to 1230, this by the way is base 10, if I had changed this to 130, then the next one I calculated should be 108, and then I would know I'm correct. So now I would do it this way. And now I have 1230. I'm going to check it. I have 0 times 1. That gives me 0. 3 times 4, which is 12. 2 times 4 squared, or 2 times 16, which is 32. And 1 times 64, which is 64. Let's see if this works. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so by checking it, I basically checked it in base 10. By checking it, I can see that the number that I had to begin with was 107, and I now have 108. So that's kind of a way you can check it using base 10. So just to recap, any location, when you're doing base 4, any location can only have the values of 0 through 3. Once I get to a 3, it goes back to 0, and I carry a 1 to the location to my left. So then that becomes a 3. So to change 1223 to the next whole number would be 1230. I hope that helps answer your question.